Ever wondered what exactly psychopathy is? This question has fascinated psychologists, criminologists, and even everyday people for centuries. Psychopathy is a complex and often misunderstood personality disorder, distinguished by a unique set of traits that sets it apart from other mental health conditions. To begin with, psychopathy is characterized by persistent antisocial behavior. This doesn't necessarily mean that psychopaths are antisocial in the sense of avoiding social interaction. Rather, they often violate and disregard the rights of others, showing a disregard for societal norms and expectations. Impaired empathy is another hallmark of psychopathy. Psychopaths struggle to understand and share the feelings of others, which can lead to callous or insensitive actions. It's important to note, however, that this lack of empathy is not due to an inability to comprehend emotions, but rather a lack of emotional responsiveness. They understand emotions, but they just don't feel them in the same way others do. Boldness is a key aspect of psychopathy. Psychopaths aren't easily intimidated, and they often display a fearlessness that can be both intriguing and unnerving. This boldness can manifest in various ways, from a willingness to take risks to a disregard for personal safety and the safety of others. Disinhibition, or a lack of restraint, is another defining characteristic. Psychopaths often act impulsively, without considering the potential consequences. They may struggle with self-control, particularly when it comes to behaviors that are considered socially unacceptable or harmful. Finally, psychopathy is marked by egotistical traits. Psychopaths often have an inflated sense of self-worth, believing that they are superior to others. This can lead to a sense of entitlement and a tendency to manipulate others for personal gain. So, there you have it. Psychopathy is a personality disorder characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy, and bold, disinhibited, egotistical traits. But remember, while these traits can be found in psychopaths, they can also exist in varying degrees in everyone. Now that we've defined psychopathy, let's delve into how professionals diagnose this intriguing personality disorder. Enter the world of Dr. Robert Hare's Psychopathy Checklist Revised, or PCLR for short. This diagnostic tool, used by professionals worldwide, delves into the intricate world of psychopathy, measuring 20 specific traits to identify a psychopath. But what are these characteristics and how do they manifest? First, we have glibness or superficial charm. This refers to the deceptive, smooth-talking persona that psychopaths often adopt. They are master manipulators, using their charm to get what they want. Next on the checklist is grandiosity, a trait marked by an inflated sense of self-worth. Psychopaths often view themselves as superior to others, and believe they are entitled to special treatment. The PCLR also measures cunning and manipulative behavior. Psychopaths are skilled at deceiving others for personal gain or pleasure, often using others as pawns in their game. One of the most distinctive traits of a psychopath is a lack of remorse or guilt. Unlike most people, they feel no regret or guilt for their actions, no matter how harmful they may be. But it's not just about negative traits. The PCLR also includes lifestyle factors like a need for stimulation and proneness to boredom. Psychopaths often seek out risky or exciting activities to satisfy their need for stimulation. These are just a few examples of the 20 traits measured by the PCLR. Each trait is scored on a scale of 0 to 2, with 2 indicating a high match to the trait. A total score of 30 or more out of a possible 40 is considered indicative of psychopathy. This checklist, while not perfect, provides us with a structured way to assess and understand psychopathy. It helps professionals make more informed diagnoses, shedding light on the complex world of psychopaths. With the PCLR, we're able to discern the presence of psychopathy. But what causes it? As we'll see in the next section, the answer is far from simple. Scene script: nature or nurture? Which plays a bigger role in the development of psychopathy? Unraveling the mystery of psychopathy requires understanding the delicate dance between genetic predisposition and environmental influences. This conundrum, often referred to as the nature versus nurture debate, has intrigued psychologists for centuries. On one hand, we have the nature argument, which posits that our genetic makeup plays a crucial role in our behaviors and personalities. In the context of psychopathy, researchers have discovered certain genetic variations associated with traits like impulsivity, aggression, and lack of empathy, all hallmarks of psychopathy. This suggests a genetic predisposition to psychopathy. On the flip side, there's the nurture argument, which emphasizes the impact of our upbringing and environment. Studies have found that psychopathic traits can be influenced by various environmental factors, particularly those experienced during early childhood. Factors such as childhood maltreatment, neglect, or exposure to violence can contribute to the development of psychopathic tendencies. However, it's not as black and white as picking a side in this nature versus nurture debate. The reality is far more complex, with both factors playing an integral role in shaping an individual's personality. Research has shown that the interplay between genes and environment can significantly influence the development of psychopathy. For instance, a person with a genetic predisposition to psychopathy might not develop the disorder if they grow up in a nurturing, stable environment. Conversely, someone without the genetic predisposition who experiences severe childhood adversity may develop psychopathic tendencies. This intricate dance between our genes and our experiences underscores the complexity of human behavior and the development of personality disorders like psychopathy. It's a fascinating field of study that continues to evolve as we delve deeper into the human mind. While our genes and environment shape us, what's happening inside the brain of a psychopath? Neuroscience offers a window into the brain of psychopaths. It's fascinating to see how the intricate landscape of the brain can reveal so much about a person's behavior and personality traits. In the case of psychopaths, certain neurological differences stand out. One of the most compelling findings is the reduction in gray matter in specific regions of the brain. Gray matter, the tissue responsible for processing information in the brain, is found to be significantly reduced in the anterior rostral, prefrontal cortex and temporal poles of psychopaths. These areas are known to play a critical role in empathy, guilt, and social emotions, traits often lacking in psychopaths. In addition to reduced gray matter, research has also observed altered connectivity patterns in the brains of psychopaths. The connections between the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, an area involved in feeling empathy and guilt, and the amygdala, our emotional response center, appear to be weaker. This might explain why psychopaths can act without feeling remorse or understanding the emotional impact of their actions on others. Interestingly, not all brain differences are associated with deficits. Some studies have shown that psychopaths have enhanced neural efficiency, particularly in regions associated with reward and motivation. This might help to explain their often manipulative and goal-driven behavior. But it's important to remember that these neurological differences don't make someone a psychopath on their own. Psychopathy is a complex disorder with a multitude of contributing factors. Moreover, the relationship between brain structure and function is not straightforward. Just like a complex highway system, the brain's wiring doesn't dictate the destination, it merely provides the routes. It's also crucial to note that these findings don't excuse or justify the harmful behaviors associated with psychopathy. Instead, they serve to deepen our understanding of this enigmatic condition, helping us to better comprehend why psychopaths behave the way they do. These brain differences provide fascinating insights, but how does psychopathy manifest in behavior? In our next section, we'll delve into the link between psychopathy and antisocial conduct, unraveling the impact this personality disorder has on society. Psychopathy often paints a picture of antisocial behavior and violence. A common misconception is that all psychopaths are criminals, but this is not always the case. However, psychopathy is overrepresented in the criminal population, which may be due to the distinct traits of this personality disorder. Let's delve into the link between psychopathy and antisocial behavior. Psychopaths often exhibit a chronic and pervasive disposition towards disregard and violation of the rights of others. This can manifest in numerous ways, from deceit and manipulation to impulsivity and irresponsibility, often leading to conflicts with societal norms and laws. Consider the case of Ted Bundy, a notorious serial killer. Bundy displayed charm and intelligence, traits often associated with psychopathy, which he used to manipulate his victims. His case exemplifies the darker side of psychopathy, where an individual's actions inflict harm on others. However, it's crucial to remember that not all psychopaths engage in criminal behavior. Some may use their traits to climb the corporate ladder, displaying ruthless ambition and a lack of empathy. These individuals, often referred to as successful psychopaths, can cause significant emotional and psychological harm, contributing to a toxic workplace or home environment. The impacts of psychopathy on society are far-reaching. From the criminal justice system to interpersonal relationships and workplace dynamics, the effects can be devastating. The costs are not only financial but also emotional, with victims often suffering long-term psychological trauma. Addressing psychopathy requires a multifaceted approach. Early intervention, therapy, and rehabilitation programs can help manage the disorder, while public awareness and education can reduce stigma and promote understanding. Understanding psychopathy and its impacts on behavior helps us navigate a complex societal issue. Remember, knowledge is power.